Hi, this is Jason Nickleby, Coordinator of Officials with the Minnesota State High School League, and this is Football Officials Training Tape number 4. Hopefully everyone had a great start to their season last week, and we had some really nice games, and looking forward to another set of games this week. We have a few more plays this week, about 10 or 11 or something like that, and they'll center around referee coverage for the most part, but some other crew things as well. Again, we're not picking on any one team or crew, just trying to learn from these plays. So with that, let's get to the plays. On this first clip, we're going to have intentional grounding. So let's talk about the mechanics, the rule, and philosophy of handling intentional grounding plays. First, the rule. 752D says that it is intentional grounding if a pass is intentionally thrown into an area not occupied by an eligible receiver. So that is the case in this play. So that's the rule. Now, philosophy-wise, if the receiver, the eligible receiver that is within 5 yards of the ball when it hits the ground, whether he has his back to it or he's facing it, we can deem that close enough. We'll give him another yard or two, roughly 7 yards, if he's coming back to the quarterback. So if he has his back to him, we can give him 5 yards or less. If he's looking at him and coming straight to him, we can give him another yard or two as far as eligible receiver in the area. Now in this case, 45 is the closest, but he's not coming back towards the quarterback. He's going down the line, so we're going to bring that to the 5-yard threshold, and that's not the case when in this particular play, so we would have an intentional grounding foul. So that's what we're looking at with the rule and the philosophy. Now, mechanics. Referee in this case, good coverage, keeps a good cushion with the quarterback, and then rolls out with him. He should be sticking with the quarterback. Now, intentional grounding is a crew call. Referees, we don't call this on our own. We need to get input from our fellow crew members. So, referee, you would go near the spot of this. You probably want to go there anyways because the quarterback is taken to the ground and you want to stay with him for safety foul purposes. So you'll go to the area. Once you've cleared the players, you can look up to your wing official, head linesman or line judge, head linesman in this case, and he should be coming to you to give you information. That information should be there's a receiver in the area or there's not a receiver in the area. Then you can make a determination as a referee that I need to put a flag down and we'll have a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down at the spot of the foul. We have a good announcement. You don't have to have a dialogue with the coach about whether there's a receiver in the area prior to giving the announcement, but just make sure we get this feedback from our wing officials or even the umpire potentially. But we should never put the flag down, referees, without input from our wing officials or the umpire because they may have an eligible receiver in the area. Remember, we do not have outside the tackle box or outside the pocket or throwing the ball beyond the line. Those kind of things in high school football. If you do that in high school football, it is an intentional grounding foul, and we just need to remind our coaches and our players that is the case. But in this particular case, well done by the crew, properly called. Keep in mind our mechanics. Make sure we get communication. It's a crew foul. Make sure that we are aware of the rule and the philosophy that we want for intentional grounding plays. This play is an outstanding example of pass coverage mechanics by the crew. Umpire comes to the line, then turns and helps, and then we have a tough catch at the 45. Back judge, nice sell. He's stationary, maintains excellent cushion. He has a real good look at this play. Just overall, excellent mechanics by the crew and even better judgment. And the TV commentary, they are in total agreement with me that very well done by the crew, good judgment, nice mechanics.
Tournament nearly picked up number 5.
Well, Pullen had plenty of time there. He just threw it a little errant there, and you could see the ball does hit the turf right there. Good call by the officials right on top of that.
Okay, we're going to have another intentional grounding foul on this play. Mechanically, excellent job by the head linesman. He maintains the line of scrimmage so he can help with the quarterback. And then excellent coverage by the referee, maintains good cushion with the quarterback, and then covers him as he goes out of bounds. This is a perfectly legal hit as far as the defense is concerned. Uses open hands. It is a hard hit, but it's legal. And then the discussion is about intentional grounding. And I like that we have crew discussion. Back judge comes in to discuss with the head linesman who is helping with the quarterback. This is where the back judge can really get involved with help on this play because the head linesman and referee have their hands full with the contact on the quarterback. So he comes in, gives feedback, no receiver in the area. Remember, there's no outside the tackle box or anything like that. As long as he's still in bounds and he throws it away like this, for right now in high school football, this is a foul. The only thing I would say is after we communicate with the referee and figure out that it should be a foul, the referee should be the one that puts the flag on the ground. But overall, excellent mechanics and coverage, and then good judgment as far as intentional grounding foul and good judgment on no roughing the passer. So well done by the crew, and also a very nice announcement by the referee.
Ball's going to be at the 34.
On the quarterback, on the offense, number 9. 5-yard penalty, also lost it down. Second down.
So that's a killer. Now,
on this play, we have another excellent example of referee coverage and line of scrimmage mechanics. So excellent job. Head linesman maintains his spot. He's a yard off the sideline so that he can help on a play just like this one. If we take off, we're not in real good position to help and look back at the play. So well done. Lets the play develop in front of him. Turns and covers the players out of bounds. So well done by the head linesman in this case. And then referee, excellent coverage, good cushion, stays with them, and then he's with players in the dead ball area to officiate those players as well. So just really well done by the crew. Good coverage, good backside coverage by the umpire that you can tell here as well. So just overall excellent mechanics and coverage by the crew. Well done. Okay, on this one we'll talk pass fumble, both what we're looking for and then coverage. So we have a pass fumble play, as I mentioned, excellent coverage by the crew, and most of all, excellent patience on the whistle. The worst thing we can do here is blow the whistle thinking that they've recovered and then it squirts out of there, and now we're left with inadvertent whistle stuff, which we don't want. So good patience, good coverage, wait, make sure that a team has it, and it's dead, 2 swipes and points. So well done on the coverage, and then good patience as well. We're looking for the arm moving forward at the time of contact for an incomplete pass. In this case, you'll see that the quarterback brings the ball up to throw, and just as he does that, it gets contact and comes out. So clearly a fumble. But if we see forward arm movement, we're going to have an incomplete pass. And on plays where the ball comes out really funky, head linesman, umpire, line judge, let's let the referee have first crack at that because you don't really know how it came out of there. So just let referee handle that one if it comes out real goofy. In this case, clearly a fumble. His arm's not moving forward, and so we have really good judgment by the referee and good mechanics and coverage by the crew. Okay, we're going to have a fumble on this play. And again, philosophy-wise, if we don't see the knee down and see the ball at the same time, then we're going to have to let this play out. And again, more often than not, the ball is out on these kinds of plays than knee down. So if we're really not sure, we can let it play out as a fumble. Of course, we can do that in these games because we have replay, but we should still do that in our games on Friday nights as well. But you'll see on the replay, excellent judgment. You'll see again the rear end of number 9 is a few inches off the ground, and that ball is clearly out. So well done coverage-wise. This is one where the referee's probably going to get involved a little bit more on this play because number 9's back is to the head linesman who can't really see it, and he's playing it as a fumble because he can't see the ball clearly enough. So the referee comes and helps. Excellent judgment, very nice mechanics. Referee comes in, 2 swipes, turns and points. Very good sell, excellent judgment, good coverage, and obviously proved correct in replay. Well done by the crew. On this play, we have 4th and 15, so we're going to kill the clock at the end of the play. We can communicate this as a crew if we still want, but we're not using the rolling the fist mechanic anymore. And we have a stop the clock signal from the referee, who's the covering official, and very nice coverage by the crew. Well done here, good focus on what we need to do. Now take a look at the left tackle. You'll notice that he's pretty far off the line. Doesn't really intersect that waistline of the center, and we don't need to ticky-tack that, but at the same time, if they're really far off the line, that's a pretty big advantage. If you look like Mighty Ducks flying V, then it's probably too far. So if it's a little bit closer than this, we can put them in the warn zone, give the coach one warning, and then the next time we would call it, and then if it's something that they're clearly not intersecting the waistline of the snapper, then we would need to have a formation foul on this play. So if we can warn the coach about it on the first time, that's great. If not, such as this, we probably should have a foul. But we don't want to have a warning on the last play of the 4th quarter, and we don't want to call something ticky-tack on a critical play late in the game. So make sure we get this addressed before we get too far into the game. So again, warn if you can, and then call the ones that they're clearly not intersecting the waistline of the snapper. On the scrimmage kick, we will have a false start by the slot back in the middle there at the top of the screen, properly called by the head linesman. Remember to kill the clock before you give the preliminary signal and information to the referee. And then we have a good announcement.
False start on the kicking team, number 24. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
Now referees, we're going to start the clock back up, which is done properly here. But let's try to be within 2 to 3 yards of the kicker. We don't want to get this deep, and then we don't want to be moving as the ball snaps. So try to come to a stop. And then back judges will try to stay deep, deeper than the deepest return man. So we have to take this play from behind in case they decide not to fair catch it. I don't want back judges to get caught up with the players and get run over. So make sure we're behind them. There's no hurry if they call a fair catch signal to kill the clock. So just stay behind them, make sure they catch it, wait a second, 2 seconds, then come up, 2 swipes and point. So mechanically, let's stay back and see it from the back, and then referees make sure that we're not this far deep. Umpires as well will want to make sure that we are 2 to 3 yards deep of the kicker, and then you're about 8 or 10 yards wide or so from the ball. Okay, on this play we have 4th and 3. We're going to kill the clock at the end of the play. Excellent mechanics by the line of scrimmage officials. 1 yard off, come up, square off, get a nice spot, kill the clock. So well done mechanically by the line of scrimmage officials. And then also on this play we have roughing the passer, and we'll take a look at it here in a second, but we have roughing the passer, good communication with the crew, and a nice announcement.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 40 of the defense. 15 yards, tapped down to the end of the run. 1st down.
Okay, with roughing the passer, we're looking at Rule 944. Defensive players must make a definite effort to avoid charging into a passer who has thrown the ball from in or behind the neutral zone after it is clear the ball has been thrown. No defensive player shall commit any illegal personal contact foul listed in 943 against the passer. So you can see in this replay, the ball is away, he takes 2 or 3 steps and then makes significant contact against the quarterback, driving him to the ground. So this is an excellent call for roughing the passer. Nicely done, sticking with our key responsibilities, which is safety of the passer in this case, by the referees. So just well done. And then proper enforcement is 15 yards from the dead ball spot, provided the dead ball spot is beyond the line and there's no change of team possession during the down. So well done by the crew, and especially well done by the referee on this play. On this play, we'll have a rollout to the right. Referee, good cushion and coverage, sticks with the quarterback, and then excellent positioning of the line of scrimmage official, trying to keep it all in front of him, stay as deep as he can, and then also rule an incomplete pass. And then we have really good coverage of the quarterback, who is driven out of bounds by the defensive player. In fact, the contact's probably out of bounds as well. So it's a foul for a number of reasons. It's roughing the passer, and it's unnecessary roughness for hitting the player out of bounds. So good coverage and good job of sticking with our key responsibilities by the crew. Okay, that's it for training tape number 4. A few more plays this week. Again, great examples of quality officiating, good mechanics and judgment, good communication, and just really good examples for all of us as we move into another week. We had a great week 1. Let's get out there and do our best week 2. Have a great time, and we'll talk to you next week.